Hi guys, it's me, Mr. Bertoch, your incredibly handsome science teacher, and in this video we're going to talk about how energy is changed from one form to another. We know that energy is what? What is the definition of energy? It is the ability to do work, right? We've learned that. It's the ability to move, for objects to be able to move around, basically, for things to happen in the universe. We also know that energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed, that all of the energy that exists has always existed and always will exist. And we know that energy can move through the universe in different ways, such as mechanically, by objects transferring energy from one object to another as they bump into each other, and also in the form of light and sound and electricity and heat. Energy can move around. What we need to talk about now is how energy can be changed from one form to another. There are a lot of different forms of energy. Some energy, like mechanical energy, is actually in motion. It's moving around. Other energy that we might call potential energy is energy that is being stored, like in a battery, right? A battery is filled with energy, but it's potential energy. It's in a form where it's not being used. It's being stored. So how does energy change from one type of energy to another? This morning, you hungry human, if they made a game called Hungry Humans instead of Hungry Hippos, you ate breakfast this morning, maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming. At some point recently, you ate food, or you would not be very healthy. And that food, it was filled with some sort of energy, whether it's sugar or carbohydrates, starches, whatever. There's energy in your food. That's why it's one of the main reasons why you eat, so that you can get energy. That energy is in the form of usually like glucose, sugar, or eventually becomes in the form of sugar. And you store it in your body, or you use it. Your cells in your body use the energy. So you ate your food. Well, what happens now with that energy? So you have muscles all over your body, right? You have arms and legs and muscles in your neck and everywhere else. And every time you move, you are using your muscles to do the movement. And the energy that was in the form of food is changed now to mechanical energy. It was stored energy in the food, but when you use it to move your muscles, you are changing it, you are converting it to a new type of energy, to mechanical energy, or we might call that kinetic energy, a big fancy sciencey word that means the energy of motion. Let's look at another example. In my backyard, I used to have a nice, big, beautiful tree, but it cracked down the middle, made me very sad because it's probably a 100-year-old tree. It's huge, like twice the size of my house, or the height of my house. Gorgeous old tree. And it cracked like right down the middle, and the two sides were falling apart. So we had to cut it down. And so now out there's this pile of wood, all cut up, well, mostly cut up. I am working on it, okay? Stop judging me. I will eventually finish chopping up all the firewood. I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, but there's a lot of wood out there. Well, what would happen to that wood that is a potential form of energy? It's potential energy. if I put it into the fire pit. We have a fire pit in the backyard. So I put the wood into the fire pit and I light it on fire. Something that we thought we were going to do a whole lot of when we built the fire pit, and had all these visions of nights out at the fire pit when really we hardly ever use it all, but that's another story. But anyway, when we burn the logs, what happens to them? What happens to the energy that is stored as potential energy? It is converted. And it's converted to a couple kinds of energy. It's converted to light because the fire makes light. You can see the light. It's dim, but it is still light. So that's one type of energy. And it's also converted to heat, which is another type of energy, intense heat. If you put your hand on the fire, you're going to get seriously burned. It's releasing, it's converting it and releasing it into another type of energy. This is how gasoline works in cars. Gasoline is used because it's got a lot of energy stored in it as potential energy. And that energy can then be converted to heat, and the heat can be used and converted again to mechanical energy. The heat causes the engine to rotate using these things called pistons that go up and down, and that creates kinetic energy or mechanical energy, and that makes the car move physically. So we've actually done two changes there. We've gone from potential stored energy in the gasoline, and then to heat, and then from heat to mechanical energy. Light can create heat. The sunlight, when sunlight shines down on the slide all day, and let's say it's a metal slide and it's a summer day, what happens to the slide? What does that sunlight do to the slide? It makes it get hot and it burns your bottom when you get onto the slide, because the energy has changed from light energy to heat energy. Sound. I can make a sound. Well, I can't make a sound because I am not a beautiful singer. Someone who has an amazing singing voice can make a sound, a high-pitched singing sound, and can actually shatter a glass because the molecules in the glass start to vibrate. Their energy in the form of sound is converted to mechanical energy, causing the glass to vibrate, and eventually it shatters. So we have learned through various mastery badges and videos all about energy. We have learned that energy cannot be created or destroyed. We have learned that the more energy we add to an object, the greater its speed will be. We've learned that we can transfer energy from object to object, and that energy can also move in the form of what? Light and heat and electricity and sound. And we have learned that energy can be changed from one form to another through various processes. And all of these things combined to help us understand and to visualize, that means imagine, how energy works in the universe. You can now close your eyes and you can imagine all of this energy never being created, never being destroyed, just simply moving from object to object and place to place in different forms and changing forms from one type to another, allowing things to happen over and over and over again. All of the things that are happening in the universe are all able to occur because of all of this energy that is moving around. Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. These rambling science videos where I go unscripted and just kind of barf up all the science knowledge out of my head are part of a series that go along with an online class that I teach, which you can sign up for if you go to handsomescienceteacher.com. I also have a whole bunch of free resources for homeschoolers. I have hundreds of articles on every topic that covers your entire science curriculum from 5th through 8th grade. I have online games and quizzes, all curated and written by this handsome guy, a science teacher with, well, three degrees, but 2 of them are in science. So it's targeted right to and directly to your science students. So sign up. Subscribe to the channel, and I release lots of videos. Also, in addition to these ones, lots of little short videos that are like 2 minutes long that cover science topics. Those ones you don't get to see my handsome face, but they're still good videos, and they're much more targeted, and those ones are scripted, so you don't have to hear me like you are right now going blah, blah, blah. The end. Subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.